In the coming days, another strong storm will hit the United States of America. That is, a storm system that will cause a lot of problems. In particular, there will be flooding in the Mississippi River, more precisely in the valley, in the Central Plains, and also in the north. Very heavy precipitation in the form of snow is expected in some places. From 20 to 40 centimeters may fall, many thunderstorms. Large hail, strong wind gusts are also expected, and from 3 to 7 or even 10 strong tornadoes may also pass. Such flashes will be recorded. So let's see what's happening now in which states are experiencing precipitation. We have a strong storm system going through here right now. That is supercells and mesocyclonic convective systems caused by the storm. But this storm is not like the one we had yesterday and the day before yesterday, because, there were a lot of tornadoes and a lot of different weather phenomena. Now it's all moving northeast, so it won't pose such a threat for the next 5 to 7 hours. Overall, if you look to the west-northwest, there are small recorded convective storms here, which also do not pose a threat in general. But there is a little rain and snow in places in the northern regions, so be careful too. Therefore, dear friends, in this forecast I will tell you what the weather will be like for the next 5 to 7 days. If we look at the warning map with you, we will see that there is a high probability of tornadoes in Kansas, specifically southern Kansas, and also partly northern Kansas, specifically the red zone. This is our southern Kansas, and also partly northern Oklahoma, Arkansas, and it is also possible for tornadoes to pass through, and also Missouri. Therefore, dear ones, also be careful, be cautious, make sure that your phones are charged, that messages are coming in, and that it is not even one phone, because you can't always hear, and also make sure that you have at least a minimum supply of food and a minimum supply of water. It's also a little less likely, but it's there, as I said, in northern Kansas and could also reach as far as Iowa. The rest of the regions are expected to experience significant wind, very strong winds, gusts of up to 90 miles per hour, so please be careful as well. The rest of the territory, Minnesota, we could have a thunderstorm here, and North Dakota and South Dakota, partly, are expecting thunderstorms. Well, in the rest of the territory, the yellow region, we have snow, heavy snow, specifically the Ohio Valley, Michigan. There can also be heavy precipitation, so keep that in mind. Now let's see where we are most likely to see thunderstorms. Look at this system right away. We have a very strong thunderstorm expected this afternoon, as well as in the morning and at night. Most likely, this is a supercell forming that will carry hail and will move to the northeast, so be careful. It can now be found in Oklahoma, Kansas, southern Kansas, northern Oklahoma, and will also be moving into Missouri. The rest of the area, particularly Texas, South Texas, Central Texas, and also Mississippi, you have small thunderstorm systems here. Well, friends, this is not all that awaits us in the coming days. Look what happens next. This system will move northeast, that is, to Illinois, also to the state of Iowa, and then to the Ohio Valley. This is at about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. If you look further, then look at everything in the center of the cyclone. By the way, the center of the cyclone here is 988 bar or GPA. This is a very large system, of course. This is not the same system that we had before, that is, for the 5 days ago and the one that was in February, and what you saw, but still it is a lot. So when these weather events happen, honestly, it doesn't matter whether it's 990 bar or 988 bar, because the thunderstorms will also be very strong. Let's look further and see on the evening of the 2nd, that is, you are expected to have severe thunderstorms. Look at the first hour of the night, strong storm systems. Most likely they will be either supercells or derechos. They can pass. It will be in Kentucky, Tunisia, Alabama, Mississippi. All this will move to the northeast, that is, to the ocean coast, so we expect friends to have severe thunderstorms, large hail. In places very large hail. It can be the size of an apple or an orange. So look at what's happening. Just look at the peak of these thunderstorms. There can be up to 23 to 25 lightning bolts per square kilometer, and in the state of Tunisia 44 to 45 lightning bolts per square kilometer. That is, there will be lightning every second, literally every second, and even more often. I think look at what's happening. That is, the third night is very dangerous. By the way, thunderstorms are very insidious at night, because if there is a tornado, you may simply not see it. So I warn you once again, keep your phones with you. Let you have more than one phone. Let you have several phones. Take care of alternative power devices. And those who live in Mississippi, right near the Mississippi River in the valley. So friends, it's better to probably move somewhere for a few days, because there may be flooding and even significant flooding, that is floods. We're looking further. The third day is noon, thunderstorms will also be in Texas, Oklahoma, North Texas, southern Oklahoma, Arkansas, also Tunisia, North Mississippi, southeastern Arkansas, so we're preparing for that as well. On the evening of the 3rd, thunderstorms will also occur, but not as severe, and again, starting on the night of the 4th, thunderstorms are again expected in southern Arkansas, Mississippi, and southern Louisiana. Look at how big it is. It could be a very strong thunderstorm system, so we're preparing for that as well. Why at night? Because from the south we have moist warm air coming in. From the north it will come in a cyclone. That is, there is a cold side of the cyclone, there is a warm side of the cyclone, and accordingly all this air is swirling, and plus a strong wind shear in the middle troposphere. Height 5.5 kilometers. So friends, be very, very careful. Even a small wind shear can cause the flow to swirl, and this will provoke a tornado. It can cause a tornado, not even one. The 4th day, thunderstorms will also persist. Perhaps they will be LP supercells, that is, with light precipitation but large hail. Perhaps in places there will be HP thunderstorms. And look at the 4th night. The thunderstorm trend continues in the south. In the north you will have snow. And the 5th number, thunderstorms will also persist because this will all be the crest of the cyclone. That is, not the crest but its trough of the cyclone that extends from the south. That is, moist warm air will enter here and mix with cold air that comes from the north. And accordingly we will get such strong thunderstorms for 3 to 5 days. Let's look further. That is, the 5th, thunderstorms will also be present on the night of the 6th. And also on the morning of the 6th, it will subside a little, but there will still be strong thunderstorms. That is, it may be microgusts and simply a squall increase in wind during strong thunderstorm systems. And only on the evening of the 6th, the thunderstorms will start to recede a little from our states. They will reach the ocean coast. That is, it will be Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and then it will go to the ocean. The 7th will be a relatively calm day. Nothing of the sort is expected. The only thing that could be thunderstorms is in the Gulf of Mexico, as well as in southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama. Well, most likely the thunderstorms will not be as large scale as, for example, on the 3rd, 4th, 5th. So friends, be very careful these days. Be very careful on weekends too, especially on Fridays. So the 4th is Friday and the 5th is too. So the weekend will be very bad in terms of weather. So definitely don't go outside and stay at home more. But it is clear that this is all a conditional forecast because this is a calculation of weather models. Of course you can see contradictions. There may be 1, 2, 3. There may even be 10 of them in each state, or there may not even be one, because this is all again a forecast from a mathematical model. This is a conditional forecast. Now, dear ones, let's see with you how much precipitation we will have from today, that is, from the 2nd to the 7th of April. Look, we will have the most precipitation in this region, that is, starting from northeastern Texas and all the way to Pennsylvania, and also to the Ohio Valley. We are expected to have the greatest intensity of precipitation. In places, precipitation may also fall in the north in the form of snow, but in the south, look, the peak is 338 to 340 millimeters, that is, in 5 to 6 days. You will have 30 centimeters of precipitation. Well, that's all, dear ones, look what it will be. So be careful, the most precipitation will be in this region, that is, Arkansas and also North Texas, partly. This is Missouri, Kentucky, Tunisia. Well, Missouri is southeast, Kentucky is northwest, and also Indiana. Well, roughly speaking, in a cyclone it is associated with cyclonic activity, that is, the storm that will approach the United States of America. It will bring us such a certain amount of precipitation, so friends, be very careful. Accordingly, I have everything in today's forecast. If you are a new viewer, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, write what state you are from, what the weather is like, so as not to miss future forecast releases, then recommend. I will also remind you once again to subscribe. There will be a lot of interesting things, so all the best to you.